more pictorial view because I prefer in the beginning to talk more about the different pictures as we grow with our discussions. So we discuss more about each and every aspect of the supply chain management. This is more exploded view of our block flow diagram, okay? And you can see here that there are, in one scenario, you can see there are a couple of suppliers are there. You can see the square, blue square, okay? And then you can see that there is a line in the center, dotted line, which is separating the complete manufacturing, and to the other side is a complete distribution cycle. And what is that exactly? If you see during the this manufacturing side of this picture, you have a suppliers, okay? You have manufacturing, you have sales headquarters, okay? Just at the edge in the center, green square, you can see sales headquarters, correct? So the suppliers are supplying, the manufacturing is happening, okay? There's a big manufacturing hub. It could be one or it could be more than that, correct? Or there could be a small manufacturing hubs also. You can see there are small manufacturing hubs. You can see here, for example, these are the suppliers. These are the small manufacturing hubs, correct? Okay. So the company may be manufacturing. Company has to make a product C. So for that product C, company need component A, component B. So, but that component A also need to be manufactured. For example, an automobile industry, correct? So if this is a manufacturing headquarter and where you make a four-wheeler, but for this four-wheeler, you have thousands of ancillaries. Somebody makes tire, somebody makes steering wheel, somebody makes glass. So say this is a glass factory. So for this is a glass factory, you have these suppliers who are supplying the raw material for making the glass. And they are making glass. Now glass goes to the headquarter. Similarly, wheels, tires, okay? It is made by some other factory, at some other factory. This is moving to headquarters, correct? There are some suppliers who can manufacture the main product also, as well as they are a raw material supplier also. So the point here, what I'm trying to make a point, that you have a distributed manufacturing premises, okay? And then you have a headquarter for manufacturing premises from where you are getting the finished goods. And then the sales headquarter is responsible for that distribution of that goods to different branches, okay? So now right-hand side belongs to the distribution side of it. You can see the trucks moving. They are moving to the different distribution branches. Then it goes to stores. And from stores, it goes to the customer. So the second portion, the second half of the picture is the demand side of supply chain, whereas the left-hand side is the supply side of supply chain. So supply one side, demand one side. In another way, to meet supply, you have to manufacture. So supply and manufacture are one side. To meet demand, you have to do distribution. You have to supply, correct? So you have to distribute the product. So demand and distribution is on one side. So this is how another typical block flow of supply chain is there for our understanding. Now, what are the steps in supply chain management, for example? So the most important thing or the steps of supply chain management, you can say, the planning. Remember, we just discussed in previous slides, the key elements, correct? So, but this planning is not only like it's an overall plan. It could be a supply plan, production plan, inventory plan, capacity plan, distribution plan, complete planning. Procurement is the next step. of supply chain management. Production and manufacturing is another step where manufacturing, inventory management. This is one of the things. Like for example, in Japan, just-in-time concept is there, correct? That means when you want to manufacture the products, okay, so all the raw material required or the ancillaries product required, okay, components are required for manufacturing, that reaches to you. If suppose this, you have a production plan for today, so you will be having that on board with you today morning. So it is being ensured that the inventories do not lies on the shelf. So that is called inventory management. Or in other way, if I want to say, you should have a zero inventory. The concept of inventory management is that the processes, inventory management is there to support the production, manufacturing, distribution. But at the same time, the whole processes are aimed in such a way that the dead inventory or the inventory on the shelf is zero. Warehouses to store the raw material or to store the product, that is very important. Logistics and transport. Yes, we know goods movements are essential for that. And the customer services, because it's not only selling the products, how your supply chain include after sale services, that is also very important from supply chain management point of view. Because when you are connected to your customers, you are getting the real-time data about your products, your experiences. You can forecast your demand accordingly. Based on that, you are connected to your customers, you are connected to your distributors, you are connected to your retail distributors in the market. So that's why the customer service is also an integral part of or steps of supply chain management. We already discussed this. It's a centralized control, centralized management concept. And the aim is, objective is, or the goal is to have an improvised efficiency and by coordinating the efforts of various entities in supply chain. That is also very important. It ensures there are coordinated efforts are moving in the direction which ensures timely delivery of the products to the customer.